Meet Pineapple. Pineapple came into our lives on a Saturday afternoon. It was July 8th, and the temperature outside was 83 degrees. Yes, it was a warm day, but for Pineapple, the heat was life-threatening. At just 10 weeks old, Pineapple was found abandoned on the side of the road by an off-duty police officer. She was locked in a small dog carrier. She was in trouble and extremely scared. To make matters worse, Pineapple is completely blind. She had no idea where she was, what was going on, or what to do. Her previous owners left food and water for her, but they left it outside of her locked carrier. She was trapped inside this carrier, which had to feel like an oven, and all she could do was smell the food that she needed, but it was out of her reach. Luckily, the police officer discovered Pineapple in the nick of time and took her into his care before contacting our humane agent. When we arrived, it was clear that Pineapple was gravely ill. She was running a fever, was starving, and was extremely dehydrated. Our humane agent rushed Pineapple to the emergency vet, where she could receive treatment and begin getting the care she needed. She stayed in their care for a number of days, and upon her return, we worked with one of our partnering rescues to set her up for success. In fact, one of our employees agreed to help foster Pineapple as she recovered. The unique part of this case was that the previous owner also left Pineapple's medical records with her when they abandoned her. It was from these records that our humane agent could go back and locate the owners. It turns out these owners live just 1 mile from the Humane Society of Greater Dayton. But rather than surrendering the dog to us where she would be safe, they chose to drive past our shelter and continue driving on for another 8.2 miles, where they then abandoned her along a dead-end road. There were no houses. There were no passing cars. There was no one that could easily find this sick, dying puppy. With a little investigating, our humane agent was able to track down the previous owner, who ultimately confessed in a written statement and then pled guilty in court to attempted abandonment of a companion animal. The court accepted her guilty plea. Through her medical exams, it was also determined that Pineapple suffered from a disease called hydrocephalus. This disease causes the brain to swell, and although it can cause many disabilities or complications in an animal's health, the major part that affected Pineapple was her vision. It made her completely blind. She was a special needs dog and just needed a special home to help care for her and show her some love. And despite all of her challenges, Pineapple's foster family worked tirelessly to help her. She was accepted into the family's pack of dogs and even graduated as valedictorian from her puppy kindergarten class. She absolutely loves car rides and usually can be found snoozing in the front seat. She also loves when she gets to go to work with her foster mom and gets to spend the day getting snuggles by all of the staff. Now, we're happy to report that Pineapple is in a home where she is loved and cared for. Her foster family is currently working to adopt her permanently. She has dog siblings and a child who loves her so much. Pineapple never has to wonder again if someone is going to abandon or hurt her. She has found a forever home. She has found love. Pineapple has found her family.